On tap, number 9 from the Magic Hat Brewing Company.
Better beer authority, better beer.
Past few episodes of the BBA have featured a lot of big, hard-to-get beers, so I wanted to dial back a bit, but also wanted to see what the guys thought of one of the first mainstream craft beers to hit the market. Magic Hat Brewing Company was founded in 1994 by Alan Newman and Bob Johnson from Burlington, Vermont. It has since been bought and sold many times, is now owned by the Costa Rican conglomerate Florida Ice and Farm Company, whatever that is, which also owns Pyramid Brewing and Imperial. Number 9 is a flagship beer from Magic Hat, which they describe as not quite a pale ale, to whose mysterious and unusual palate will swirl across your tongue and ask more than it answers. I have no clue what the hell that means, but perhaps the guys can figure it out and see what it's all about. Number 9 is 5.1% alcohol by volume and is brewed with pale and crystal malts, Apollo and Cascade hops, and uses an English ale yeast. Let's see what the panel thinks of one of the original craft beers on the market. Andrew, are you pulling any unique flavors out of this beer?
Yes. We were discussing it when we were trying it out earlier. We took us a little bit, it was kind of a fruit component, and I think the main, it tastes a lot like a strawberry flavor that we're getting out of this. A little bit on the nose, mostly, especially in the tongue. As soon as I took the first drink, I was hit with a little bit of a fruit component, but really nice and clean.
Yeah, all right. Do you think there's fruit in here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're wrong. Brian.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's no fruit in here. Are you pulling, what's the aroma you're getting from this one?
The aroma, I mean, this to me is definitely the malt. You know, you're getting kind of a caramel kind of smell to it. It's definitely malt forward. It's quite pleasant. It's quite pleasant smelling. What I think is possibly a lager, lager sometime.
So you're enjoying the beer?
Yeah.
All right. And Zach, welcome to the Better Beer Authority.
Thanks.
Why don't you tell, it's your first time here, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about your beer self?
Sure. So my name's Zach McNiss. I've been a home brewer for about 5 years almost now, and an avid beer collector. So as Dave can attest, I have quite a cellar and just try to stock up on anything that my wife and I find delicious and or intriguing.
Yeah, all right. And what style of beer do you think this is?
Drinks like a Vienna lager to me, really.
Okay. That's not a bad thing.
No, I think it's very approachable for a lot of people.
Yeah, and Andrew, if you were to guess an ABV, what are you thinking?
If I had to guess as far as the ABV, I'm going to think it's somewhat lower, probably in the 5% range, somewhere like that. Because I think, like I said, we all kind of agreed it drank like a Vienna lager. And with that, like I said, it definitely drinks something. I'm going to say maybe 5 to 5.5.
Okay, and what's your rating?
I'm giving this a 7.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a solid beer. It wouldn't surprise me, like I said, I got that fruit note out of it, so I mean, it kind of led me to believe maybe it's something seasonal.
Yeah.
I mean, for the fact that we're kind of just getting into spring and then obviously going into summer, this is a good beer for the time. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, this is definitely something I would enjoy sharing with a few people.
Okay. And Brian, what is your rating? And
I gave it a 7, and I think it's of the style what I think is a Vienna lager, and it to me it's made the way a Vienna lager is supposed to be. It's very smooth, clean. It's just a very it has a crisp taste to it as well, but it seems to be made the way a Vienna lager is supposed to be made.
Okay, great. And Zach, what's your rating? And where do you see this beer, where's its place in the craft beer scene?
So I would give it a 7 as well. I agree. It drinks clean, crisp. I think this would be a good intro beer for a lot of people who say their normal beer is a Bud Light, Coors Light, or even Yuengling, for instance, assuming this isn't Yuengling, that they would order this out of bar. Oh, do you have a Yuengling? No, we don't, but why don't you try whatever this is? And I think it's a good crowd-pleasing intro beer to craft beer world.
All right, and what you said that you thought you knew what it was.
But now that I know that it doesn't have any fruit in it, I know I'm wrong.
I want to hear that. I'm not going to show you the beer until you tell me.
Okay, well, I mean, the guess was because I was picking up that strawberry, I was going to think Abita Strawberry Harvest.
Yeah.
So obviously I don't think that's the case.
No. Zach is absolutely right on the beer. This is kind of a gateway beer. It's one of the original craft beers going back 20 years. We're looking at Magic Hat number 9.
Oh, okay. So there's the fruit. Wait.
So there's actually no fruit in this beer.
No?
It's brewed with pale crystal malts. You've got Apollo, and I can't remember the other hop, but it's in a Cascade hop.
This one's full. Thank you.
See, I could have sworn that there was apricot included in Magic Hat number 9.
You know, there might be. On their website, they didn't say anything about a fruit beer. They say it's a mysterious, not quite a pale ale. So yeah, I thought that this was gonna be a really cool beer to review because it's been around forever, and it's got a wide appeal. This is kind of a gateway, as Zach was saying.
Oh, absolutely.
I remember I was in college in the mid '90s, and Magic Hat, when it came out, I was like, "Oh, have you tried Magic Hat? Have you tried Magic?" I mean, that was kind of a benchmark beer for a lot of people. Now I think it's kind of buried on the scene. You don't, like, I was at a store yesterday and they had a lot of crowd, like Magic Hat was nowhere to be seen.
Wow.
So, have you had this before, Andrew?
I can't say that I've had Magic Hat number 9 specifically. I mean, I've had some of their other, seasonals here and there. I think, I'm trying to remember, some of their stout, I'm trying to remember their winter stout, I don't remember the name off the top of my head. But yeah, this one in particular I've never had, but I mean, yeah, I don't see where it could be a pale ale. Like I said, it drinks more like we said, more like a good, clean type of Vienna lager style.
Yeah.
So for it to be an ale but drink like a lager is really nice.
Yeah, it's definitely clean. I mean, you can see right through the glass.
Yeah.
Right. It almost has an appearance of like an Imperial IPA when you guys brought it out to us.
Yeah.
Because you were far enough away we couldn't smell it.
Yeah.
So appearance-wise, that's what I was. My head went right away.
And Brian, do you ever consider reaching for this beer?
It's we're getting into that time of year where it's not a lager, I suppose, but we're getting that time of year where the weather kind of changes your palate in a sense, and this is something in a ball game that I would, if I'm going to have a few and I'm sitting down and I got to put my kid to bed for the night, I'm going to enjoy something like this. Yeah, this is a very, very pleasant beer to have.
Yeah. And Zach, have you had this before?
Oh yeah, I've had Magic Hat number 9 before.
Obviously, does this make you want to kind of revisit it again?
I never really had a problem with it to begin with. I thought, even back when I had it, living up in New York, that it was decent. I mean, it does border on the craft versus crafty.
Yeah. Well,
but it's solid. Like they said, I think it's a good summer beer, and I'm pretty sure there is apricot.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean,
because it also does say brewed with natural flavor, and that implies to me that they've added more than just malts and hops. But yeah, I'll drink it.
Yeah, okay, great.
No problems.
The Crafty line, they're owned by the Florida Ice and Farm Company, which is a huge Costa Rican company that makes Imperial, which is my favorite vacation beer. So I think that's where people are towing the line. Magic Hat gets a 7 on the BBA scale. Have you had this beer, and when was the first time you did? Would you reach for this beer again, knowing that we liked it blindly? Anyways, I'm David Hartogs, and this is your Better Beer Authority.
Better Beer Authority, Better Beer Authority, Better Beer Authority.